Religious Zionism head and finance minister Bezalel Smotrich now demanding that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu immediately hand over various authorities in the West Bank as promised in coalition discussions. Netanyahu reportedly summoning Defense Minister Yoav Gallant to discuss the issue of transferring authority over civil matters to Smotrich, but Gallant until now has refused to transfer powers that could have implications on security issues. Let's bring in Doron Avital, former commander in the Special Forces for the Israeli Defensive Forces, joining us live in studio this afternoon. Thank you so much for being with us. All of this happening because of disputes related to the evacuations of settlers in an illegal outpost. Smotrich saying, quote, it's because of years-long injustice by the civil administration and the High Court of Justice, and that he wants to put an end to discriminatory maltreatment of settlers. Now, these settlers are on this illegal outpost on this land. What can we anticipate in the coming weeks in the Defense Ministry?
I think really we are in a junction, because basically we are talking about the reform in the legal system, so the autonomy of the judiciary system is in jeopardy. Then we have the military in the West Bank, and once the autonomy of the military to execute its action, to confirm with the legal system decision or the government decision, the moment this is compromised, then you really have a problem here. Add it to the Minister of National Security that have some control according to the coalition agreement on the border patrol soldiers, that some of those actions are executed by them, then you have a real mess. Some flames in the West Bank, and this coalition mess and this distribution of delegation of powers between those three elements can cause a terrible mess. And we see the beginning of this thing.
Well, look, Itamar Ben-Gvir is also speaking out here, saying that the conduct of these border police, which are supposed to be under his control in this instance, was not correct. What future issues do you see arising?
I think the border patrols and the police are in the most sensitive position right now in Israel. So when they were squeezed between, say, people that are doing problems on the street and the commander, this is one thing. But the moment you introduce politics into this very sensitive front, then I'm really worried for them, because they'll find themselves stretched to different direction and unable to really do what they have to do to induce order in the West Bank and all those fronts.
What can the Prime Minister really do here?
I think this is tricky, because if you follow the coalition agreements, in some sense, that's what it did. It gave powers that are really unheard of to the Minister of National Security and to Smotrich, who's both a Minister of Treasury and a Minister in the Defense Ministry. But in terms of the practice on the ground, those provisions that he gave cannot work in the end. Everybody who knows how things go understand that this can't in the end be performed. So I think those clashes will just increase. It will threaten the coalition, the integrity of the coalition, but it will also interfere with the operational action on the ground that are executed by military, police, or border patrol.
Doron Avital, former commander in the Special Forces of the IDF, joining us live in studio on all the updates. Thank you.